To perform a brake test on one of our J Series coaches. First thing we're going to do is release the park brake. Coach is already running. Then we're going to check the air compressor cut in, governor cut out. So we're going to bleed the brakes down to just below 100. Then we're going to take it up, get our RPMs up to right about 1200 RPMs. We're watching that our air compressor cuts in and starts to build the air. We're going to be looking for our governor to cut out at about 120 to 125 on this coach. And we should hear that right there. There it is. Okay, so I passed that test. Now we are going to turn the coach off. And we are going to turn the key back on so that our accessories kick back on and our gauges work. Now we're going to perform the first of 2 static tests. So we are going to cover the brake because our park brake is not on, but not push on it. And we are going to look to make sure that we do not lose more than 2 psi in 1 minute. In the interest of time, I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, that was 1 minute, and you can see we didn't lose any air pressure.
Start 1, leaving turn easy.
We're going to do the next of our static tests. Now we are going to depress the brake pedal. And after the initial loss, we should not lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute. In the interest of time, I'm going to pause the camera again. Okay, 1 minute has passed, and you can see we have not lost more than 3 psi. The next thing we're going to check, so I passed that test. Next thing we're going to check is we're going to bleed down the brakes and watch for our emergency lights and buzzers to come on. This should happen about 60 to 70 psi. That's not it. There it is. There at 60. The other one came on right about 70. So we're going to keep bleeding it down until our park brake pops, which should happen between 20 and 30 psi. Okay, and it popped. It's right about 35 psi. Still within range, so pass that test. Now we're going to start our coach. We are going to check the build. So what we're checking now is we're checking to see that the air pressure builds between 85 and 100 psi within 45 seconds at 1000 to 1500 RPM. So that's 75. We're at 85 about there. There's 100. It only took 15 seconds, so that's well within the range. Now we're going to wait until our air pressure builds back up to full pressure at 120 to 125. is our governor, so our air pressure is fully built. 125, 127 about on the bottom one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, because we're parked up next to this wall up here, we're gonna back the coach up. Okay, we're going to put the coach in drive. We're going to apply the park brake, and we are going to accelerate to 1,000 RPMs, which simulates 5 miles an hour, and we're going to make sure that the park brake holds against the transmission. And it passed that test. Now what we're going to do is roll forward at 5 miles an hour. We are going to apply the brake and make sure that the wheel does not pull one way or the other. We're just going to be covering the wheel. Okay, the wheel did not pull one way or the other, so it passed this part of the test. That completes our air brake test. Thank you for watching.